Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3, it is in the books, and oh, what an epic battle it was. So many different ways it could have went. Talking all about it in this video, guys, giving my breakdown as well as my thoughts, and of course, there are going to be spoilers, so if you haven't watched that episode yet and you don't like spoilers, go watch that first and then come back and watch this video. Let's do it, guys. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hey, what's up all you Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. And oh, what a great episode that was. Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3. Loved it. Big battle. So many twists and turns. Things happening that I was not predicting. And it was a very good episode. So this video, obviously what I'm going to do is break down that episode, give my thoughts on it. And like I said in the intro, there will be spoilers. So if you don't like them, watch this video after you've already watched the episode. There's links down below if you want to support the channel. But not much else to be said. Let's just get right into the review, guys. So the episode starts off from Sam's perspective as we see the army of the living prepare for the big war up ahead. We see the Unsullied. They are ready as well in their battle formations when all of a sudden, who walks out of the darkness? It is Melisandre. Surprise, surprise. Yes, she has returned for this big battle. She lights up all of the swords of the Dothraki and they are ready to go into battle. Very cool lighting effect here. She walks into the castle. Sir Davos looks like he's about to pull out his sword and chop her head off, and she says to him, "There's no need to execute me, Sir Davos. I'll be dead before dawn." Melisandre gives Arya a look, and I'm left wondering, have they met before? I had to think about it. The answer is yes. Yes, they have. They have met in Season 3 when Melisandre takes away Gendry, which is why she was on Arya's list for a little while. But they are okay now. And I'm going to talk about the prophecies that she talks about a little later in the episode. She repeats it back to Arya. Then we see the Dothraki charge into battle all of a sudden. They have their ballistas firing. And then all of a sudden, these lights slowly start to go out. It gets quiet. And it is silence that is deafening because it is so ominous. All of a sudden, you don't hear any fighting anymore. And I'm wondering, as I'm starting to see this battle unfold, how do you fight an enemy that is so relentless? All they do is come, they don't get tired, they just keep attacking, and they're like in a frenzy. Well, how do you beat them? Well, you beat them with fire. Dany comes across, brings her dragon, and just lights everybody up when all of a sudden this big ice storm comes and knocks them out, throwing them off, limiting the visibility of everybody, including us, the audience. Arya gives her knife to Sansa and says to go wait in the crypts because there's not much for her to do. I don't know how they use this, says Sansa, and Arya repeats the line that Jon Snow said to her in Season 1. Stick him with the pointy side. Nice callback there. Sam is in the battle. He's freaking out a little bit because he is not the best warrior. Ed comes over, saves him, and he is taken out by the army of the dead. Our first major character death of this episode. A lot more of these to come, as you probably were expecting coming into this episode. They need to light the trenches. They're starting to return, and it is not going well. Dany can't see the signal from Davos. Other people try to light it. It does not work. So who comes out and saves the day? It is Melisandre again with her fire trick, and she lights it up. Another cool effect, and it stops the whites for a little while. Tyrion wants to go up from the crypts and make a difference just like he did in the Blackwater battle, but he is talked out of it by Sansa, saying that he won't really make a difference. They start joking about their marriage. Sansa tells Tyrion that a relationship with them would be a problem because they wouldn't know where their loyalties would lie. And then Melisandre comes with a nice line. Yes, without the Dragon Queen, there would be no problem at all. You'd all be dead already. Nice line. I think that's her only line of the episode, and it was very effective. Nice scene with Theon and Bran. Theon is apologizing to Bran for all that he has done. Bran puts it all in perspective. Everything you did brought you to where you are right now, to where you belong, home. And that is his acceptance of the apology. So all of the major Stark characters have already forgiven Theon for all of the bad things that he did in season 2. The Whites start to figure out how to cross the fire, and that is one big thing with the undead army. They could just throw themselves in the fire with no regard for themselves because they're already dead. Lyanna Mormont is next. She has one of the best death scenes, I think, in the episode. One of the littlest people in the episode takes out one of the biggest things in the episode, and this was an excellent scene. Sad way to end this character, but she died how she wanted to, in battle. Then we got our first dragon fight scene. Jon and Dany on their dragons versus the Night King on his excellent CGI work. And I liked this scene. I thought it was a good battle. So then we have a scene of Arya escaping through what I think is a library in Winterfell through all of these Whites. She is getting overwhelmed, and I can't help but wonder at this point watching this, is this where Arya is gonna die? She's been through a lot. Her character has been through a lot. She's been through a lot of training. She's killed a lot of people, and I couldn't help but wonder, is this how they're gonna end Arya in this season? Well, it doesn't take long to figure out that no, this is not how she ends. Barrett comes and saves her with his flaming sword, and I'm thinking at this point it is a good thing that she took him off her list because he needed to save her. Barrett has his heroic death, and that is another one of the characters that died in this episode. And Melisandre is there with the Hound. The Lord brought him back for a purpose, and now that purpose has been served. And I guess his purpose, all of these resurrections, was to save Arya. You can see what is being set up already. I didn't see it at the time, but I'm assuming that you have already seen this episode if you're watching this video. So you know what is being set up. And they are throwing some little hints here as they've done in the previous few seasons. Then we have a little callback to season 3 when Melisandre first met Arya.
Brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes. Eyes you'll shut forever.
I said I'd shut many eyes forever.
Brown eyes, green eyes, and blue eyes.
A little bit more foreshadowing. Again, I wish I picked up on this earlier, but it seems like the clues were pretty obvious, guys. Melisandre asks Arya, what do we say to the god of death? Arya responds, not today, as she goes off running. And I didn't see that she went off running the first time I watched this. I didn't catch that. So it really shows you got to pay attention to everything that is happening. All these little details in this show, a lot of them will come back. And I'm wondering, where is she going? Where is she going off to? Well, the very next scene is with Theon and Bran next to the weirwood tree, and it's again more foreshadowing of what is to come with this. Then we're back to more dragon fighting. Jon is almost eaten by Viserion. Dany comes and knocks the Night King off of his dragon, and she finds him down below. She is gonna light him up, and we are gonna get the answer to Arya's question from the last episode. Can Dragonfire kill the Night King? Well, doesn't take us long to figure out that the answer is no, as the Night King smiles back at Dany with his blue eyes. Jon then sees the Night King. He starts running at him. He's gonna end this battle right here. This is the battle that we've been waiting for. Jon Snow, Azor Ahai, the prince that was promised, versus the Night King. But it does not happen. The Night King brings these warriors back to life, surrounding Jon Snow, including the Dothraki, Lyanna Mormont, Ed. They're all brought back to life. Jon is there with the undead as the Night King walks away. What is he gonna do? Well, Dany is there with her dragon to save him. She starts setting them on fire, and Drogon, he starts to get overwhelmed by all these Whites. He starts freaking out, flying away to try to get these guys off of them. And Dany is stuck there. Jon is stuck there. Jorah comes out to save Dany for the rescue. Everything is looking like crap. They're starting to play this slow, sad music. The Ironborn are dying, protecting Bran. Jon looks like he's going after the Night King or the dragon. Just wants to go get back in the fight to win this battle. And as they're playing all this sad music, I'm wondering, are they gonna just kill everybody? And it's gonna have Bran go back in time to save everybody with some kind of time machine, some kind of time loop. That is what I was wondering at this point. And then we're back in the Weirwood Forest. The Whites, they're just standing there watching Theon. It is so creepy to watch them moving so fast and so frenzied, and then just have them standing there watching you. It's like they could go crazy at any second, guys. It is so ominous. Then Bran kind of thanks Theon here. Theon, you're a good man. Thank you. And it makes me think of the arc that Theon has went through this whole series. He went from this cocky guy, and then he went to try to please his father, attack the Starks, very dishonorable, and then he is tortured by Ramsay, loses all of his confidence amongst other things, back with the Iron People, gets it back slightly, and then right now, it is his moment to be brave. What does he do? Does he run away from a fight again? No. Theon has a very good death, charges towards the Night King. Doesn't have to win, but he has to fight and not run away from the fight at this time. That is exactly what he does. Obviously, he does not win because he is not the hero that is supposed to beat the Night King. But now it's just Bran. And I'm thinking at this point, ooh, we are going to have a great magic battle here. Maybe they will battle each other on another plane where Bran can walk in or something. But that is not what we have. And Jon is about to battle the dragon. He says, screw it. And now I'm wondering, are we going to see if Jon can resist fire? He does have that Targaryen blood, but as we've seen, not all Targaryens can resist fire. Can Jon do it? Are we going to know if Jon's Targaryen blood will save him from the fire? We don't get that chance because out of nowhere, Arya Stark comes through. I don't know how she gets there. I don't know how she gets past all these whites. I don't know how she gets past all the White Walkers, but suddenly she is right there with the Night King. She is a faceless woman. She could do some magical stealthy things, but she gets right in front of the Night King, does a crazy drop knife move similar to what she did with Brienne when they were fighting, and she kills the Night King. Arya Stark is the savior of humanity. Who would have thought that? I didn't. I wasn't happy at first, but I've watched this subsequently, and this ending has kind of grown on me. A lot of questions, though. Is she Azor Ahai? Or is this prophecy full of it? Or is there more to the prophecy that's going to come on later? We'll have to see. But let's go back to the prophecy real quick about the blue eyes, the brown eyes, and the green eyes. So the brown eyes could be a lot of people. It could be Meryn Trant, could be Walter Frey, could be Littlefinger that she killed. The blue eyes was the Night King. Or the green eyes, this lady. Is it Cersei? Is she gonna kill Cersei? Would you be happy with that ending? Let me know in the comments, guys. And Melisandre has fulfilled her prophecy. She takes off her magical necklace, walks out into the snow. Sir Davos sees her fade away and die. Fade to black. That is the end of the episode. So at the end of this episode, we lost a few of our major characters. Not as many as I would have suspected in such a major battle, but we just talked about Melisandre. She had an important role in this battle. We also lost House Mormont. We lost Lyanna and Ser Jorah. Both of them had very good deaths. Theon had a good death. Beric also had a good death, saving Arya and allowing her to kill the Night King because of that. Ed saved Sam, so he had a very good death. And that is it for the major characters, but we also lost a lot, if not all of the Dothraki, and we lost most, if not all of the Unsullied. And then, of course, we lost all of the Army of the Dead. We lost the Night King. We lost the White Walkers, and we lost all of the Whites. We also lost Viserion, the magical undead dragon. And who is still alive at the end of the episode? Well, obviously we have Jon and Dany and their dragons. We have Jaime, Brienne, and Podrick. Arya and Bran are still alive in the forest. Sansa, Tyrion, Missandei, Gilly, and I think Varys is still alive in the crypts. We also have Gendry, Davos, the Hound, Sam, Tormund, and Grey Worm. All of them survived. I would have thought Grey Worm or Missandei would have died. Both of them survived. All right, and that is pretty much it for this episode. Did you guys like this? What was your favorite part of this episode? Been coming up. Do you think it's going to be Arya that kills Cersei? Do you think it's going to be Jaime or Tyrion, someone else? Or maybe Dany's going to get her hands dirty? We will have to see. Looking forward to a lot of the stuff that is coming up, how they finally wrap everything up and tie everything together. Let me know what you think, guys. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends, join the notification squad, and of course, smash on that like button. I will see you next time. ValleyFlyin, out.